Ilaria appears to take a moment for herself before looking at Toad, a mixture of contentment and sadness in her gaze.
And at last, we come to it. Toad, dear Toad. Out of the 4 students dearest to me, I always found you the most secluded, the hardest to connect with during your lessons at the academy. Yet I know that isolation was not entirely of your own making. You were forged by the fires of Tindran Frasig, terrible flame of the north, who claimed your village, your family, and all that you held dear in life. That is, until you stepped foot in my academy and met your fellow champions of balance. But that was not the only flame that molded your essence and lit your path forward. In my dreams, you stood like a fiery beacon, one of earth, flame, death, and renewal. While the gods guided the steps of your companions, you seemed sprouted from Faerun itself, born of the world's natural magic to serve as their balance, their counterweight, their steadying force through it all. Yet even that does not fully explain who you are. For there has always been a fire within you, not one of destruction, one of renewal. After all, what allows a forest to grow strong once more after devastation? Fire. What transforms death into opportunity for growth? Fire. And that flame has always lived within you. Long before you were a Firbolg youngling racing through the mountains of your ancestors, there was a kinship within you waiting to be awakened, a connection to a being you had never met and could never have imagined. You know of whom I speak. Rex Inferno. He was the spark that reignited your passion, your happiness, your sense of joy. It was a wondrous metamorphosis to observe from afar. And just as he rekindled something within you, you granted something to him in return. Companionship, friendship, contentment, things he had not known for an age. The bond you forged changed you both, and through that bond, the great elemental was able to fulfill his final purpose, to lend his ancient fire to the reforging of the sacred primordial metal that has bound the Night Serpent since the age before ages. The vision was granted to me, the means by which the flames within both you and the Fire Lord might be cultivated and guided, leading us all to that moment of triumph within the lair of Dendar.
Ilaria pauses, seemingly searching for the proper words. She folds her hands together and takes a slow breath. Tears begin to gather in her large eyes, and when she speaks again, her voice is soft.
And now I lay bare before you my greatest trespass against you, Toad. For in my certainty that you must come under my guidance, and in my determination to fan the flames of fate within you, I had to take from you.
Ilaria's eyes blaze with a bluish-green light. Her voice rises to a near shout as years of buried anguish finally break free.
It was I who summoned and contracted the great red worm to bring ruin upon your village. It was by my hand that your tribe and family perished in misery and ash. The elderly, the young, all screaming out in pain as they met their ends. I am guilty, Toad. Just as I unleashed horrors upon innocent villages to draw Chuck to me, I used the blood of innocents as pawns to achieve my goals. Even if their sacrifice served the greater good, served the salvation of this world, that does not mean their deaths do not demand justice. I am guilty of terrible wickedness, Toad, and it must be you who delivers vengeance for those I have wronged. Toad, it is time. You still possess my phylactery. Take it in your hands. You must destroy it. Conclude my part in this tale and avenge your family and all the others I have taken from this world.
Ilaria lowers her eyes. Turning away from you, she folds her arms and slowly approaches the edge of the cliff. She gazes thoughtfully at the thousands of stars scattered across the night sky, her beautiful face settling into an expression of genuine contentment and gratitude.
You know, this was the very place where I fell in love with this land. Over 1,000 years ago, right here. These ruins were already ancient then. Back then, I thought greatness meant leaving something behind that would endure forever. Age has taught me otherwise. The things that matter most are often the most fleeting. The lives we touch, the love we give, and the kindness we leave behind. Looking out over the endless canopy, the rivers, the mountains, it always felt as though Ubtao was beside me. And now, after all these centuries, I find myself standing here once more. At the end of it all, the cycle has come full circle. I have reached the end of my maze, and this is a fitting place for that journey to end.